I've helped multiple B2B business owners generate thousands and thousands of leads all directly from YouTube. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact steps and everything you need to know in order to do the same. This is a proven funnel strategy for B2B marketers, agency owners, and sales leaders ready to scale their lead generation directly from YouTube. First of all, we're going to be understanding what goes into these funnels: top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel. Every successful YouTube channel needs three distinctive content types working together. Here's what each stage does and why you need all three. Top of funnel is the discovery videos designed to be found by cold traffic. It's how-to and educational content that ranks on YouTube search and solves specific pain points your ICP is actively searched for. They're optimized for keywords with decent search volume. They give massive value, and essentially you're not holding back on these. And the goal is to get as many eyeballs from people who don't know you exist, and even the people that do, right? The goal is to have these big outliers where thousands and thousands of people are finding your content all directly from YouTube. Then we move on to middle funnel, which is more authority and credibility building content. So you dive deeper into your methodology, your systems, your processes with more personality driven content, right? So this is where you separate yourself from competitors. This is where you have higher engagement from the right people and viewers evaluating if they want to work with you, right? People watching middle of funnel are a bit more your target audience, a bit more your ICP. And then we have bottom of funnel. This is conversion focused content, including client interviews, case studies, and testimonials. Your highest converting videos that provide social proof. You're not going to get a lot of views on these videos, but they're going to be the most highest converting videos that you will have on your YouTube channel. Think of it as a sales page in video format. People who are watching are ready to buy. When you do a client interview, you have to remember the type of person that's going to be watching that content. It's not going to be any random person looking for information on how to get this or how to get that. These are going to be people that are probably very, very close, ready to buy, but they just want to hear from someone else's perspective, opinion about you, your service, and your business. And a lot of the time people watching this are very close to being ready to buy, if not already ready. Now, how do these actually work together? So think of it as like a real funnel, right? Wide at the top, narrow at the bottom. You need all three types working together. The top of funnel brings people in, right? This is these outlier videos that brings thousands of views. Not, or most of them will not be qualified, but the whole point is to get more people, more eyes, more attention on your videos. And in the middle of funnel builds trust, right? This is where you're starting to filter through these people that are not qualified, and your authority starts coming in, and people who are potentially going to buy for you are starting to watch your content more and more. And then the bottom of the funnel is super narrow. It's going to get the least amount of views, but it's going to be most likely qualified leads. Top of funnel without middle funnel is lots of clients, lots of views, but no clients. Bottom of funnel without top of funnel is great conversion rate, but you're going to struggle to get anyone watching because you do not have that initial top of funnel content that is bringing people in to your YouTube content, as you can see from this amazing picture here, right? So what is the viewer journey, right? Discovery. Someone searches how to get clients from YouTube, for example, for me, and finds a top of funnel video where I'm talking about how to get clients from YouTube, right? Very top of funnel. Anyone could be searching this at all levels, right? There's no exact ICP. It's just someone who wants to get clients from YouTube, right? They could have they could be running a business that's doing millions a year. They could be complete beginners, right? The whole point here, like I say, is to get people to pay attention to your channel and to get eyes on your channel. And then you have engagement, right? They get value, they subscribe, then YouTube starts recommending more content, specifically that middle of funnel content, and then they start binging your videos, right? These are going to be more qualified people. They've watched your content, they realize the value you can provide. So when they start watching this middle funnel content, YouTube's going to start recommending it more and more and more. And you know, as you can see here, this isn't straightforward. This isn't as a lot of people for some reason think. They watch one video and all of a sudden they have to sign or they have to book a call. YouTube is a long path, and this path can do 1-2 videos, but this path can also take 3, 4, 5, 6 months of them watching content before they come to you. YouTube is really important. I think of YouTube as a long-term thing, right? Not one video equals someone watching it equals someone booking a call. One video means they're now in your YouTube funnel, and then they watch another one, and then they watch another one, and then they notch another one, and then they're ready to buy. But anyways, let's continue. And then you have evaluation. YouTube shows them your bottom of funnel client interview, or they've watched enough videos, they come on your channel now, and you have a playlist of client interviews, which YouTube doesn't tend to push out, but now they're on your channel, they're going to see it, and they're going to click it, and they realize you can actually get results, and they're going to see people in similar positions to them. They're going to see to people who maybe they can resonate to, and they're getting similar results that they want for their business. And then it's the conversion. They book a call. This process, like I say here, can happen in one day or over months. Both are fine, both work, but a lot of the time YouTube is a very, very long-term plan, and not very long-term, right? It can happen super quick, but don't expect super quick results, especially if you are a newer channel. But why does this beat random posting, right? Most B2B channels just post whenever without a strategy. Having all three types ensures you are capturing people at every single stage. Some people are ready to buy now, which is the bottom of funnel. Others need more nurturing, which is more top of funnel and middle funnel. This systematic approach transforms YouTube from a vanity metric into a predictable lead generation machine. And this is why I tell people, be patient with YouTube. 3 to 6 months is the minimum you should be doing it at, because over that time, you now have hundreds, if not thousands of people in that YouTube funnel watching your content again and again and again. And this is going to build, and eventually you're going to get people start booking in calls consistently. So even if that first month you get 0, there's already people in the funnel. There's already people watching your content. There's already people being pushed. YouTube's already pushing these people to your content. Right? So be patient with it and give it time. Now, how do you actually convert viewers to clients, right? The viewer to client path, not everyone who watches is going to convert immediately, and that is perfectly normal. Your job is to keep them engaged and keep them moving down the funnel. YouTube algorithms will naturally push them to the other content if they engage. Some people watch one video and book. This is rare, but it can happen. Most watch 3 to 5 plus videos over weeks or months before buying or before even getting in contact with you. Your content is working 24/7 even when you're not. We have clients, and I'll link the video here, where we posted a video 6-7 months ago for him, and it's still bringing in about 100 views every 2 days, and it's still booking him calls, it's still bringing him leads. And this video was from 6 months ago, and people are still finding it because it was optimized so well. And it's important to remember that, again, this is a process, right? Clients will come, but be patient, especially if, again, you are starting on a brand new channel. Now, how to maximize these conversions? You need to have strategic call to actions. Place call to actions in the top 2 lines of the description. This is where they are always visible. And I have some more videos going more in depth into how to optimize descriptions to get better conversions, right? And then also have a pinned comment with another call to actions. Make booking a call super, super, super easy. If that is the goal, obviously, if it's a newsletter sign ups, if it's just getting traffic to your website, make whatever that is super easy. Do not include these extra steps where they have to open your description, now they have to look for this call to action. Put it in their face, let them see that call to action, let them see that link. Make that transition from YouTube over to wherever you want to take them as simple and as easy as possible, and I promise you, just from doing that, you'll see an improvement in your conversions. Timing matters. Use subtle verbal call to actions around the 40% mark throughout the video, right? Not just at the end. Most people don't make it to the outro, right? And that's just the reality of it. No matter how good your video is, some videos are going to be better, there's going to be more people, but most people don't make it to the end. And this is a good point to say, by the way. If you are a B2B and you want help to optimize your YouTube content to get the best possible results that you can from YouTube and to just generate consistent leads, then book in a call with me down below. We can have a chat. You can ask me anything related to YouTube. We can have a look at your business and see if it's something that is even a viable option for YouTube, which 90% of the time it is, right? And then have multiple touch points. Can have different call to actions for different videos, a lead magnet versus a call versus newsletter, segment based on where they are in the funnel, right? Top of funnel might be a bit different. You might just want to convert those people into a newsletter, right? Because there's so many people, they're all at different stages. Bottom of funnel, you might want to just have a call, right? Because those people are going to be more qualified people. Middle of funnel, maybe you have a lead magnet. Again, bringing people into a newsletter, right? Whatever it is, based on the video, should have some of the times different call to actions. Now, the longer game mindset. Some might watch your video in January, remember you in June, and then book a call. Your videos are working 24/7, right? The more content you have, the more touch points with potential clients. This is why consistency is incredibly important. And I suffer with being able to stay consistent. You do as well. There's 10 million other things we've got to focus on. We have our business, right? We've got real life. We've got shit we need to do. But consistency is incredibly important. And I've told myself this year, I'm going to stay incredibly consistent. I'm a YouTube guy. I need to be consistent. But if you want to get the best possible results for your business, then you need to stay consistent with YouTube as well. You're building a library of pain points that continues to generate leads even after you post. Now, using contents in other forms of outreach. Now, YouTube content is not just about bringing in leads from YouTube consistency. It can be a massive help in other forms of outreach, right? Starting with the credibility multiplier. When you do cold outreach, right? Whether it's emails, whether it's DMs, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Twitter or Reddit, whatever it is, most of the time people are going to search you up. Having a new channel equals instant credibility boost, right? They can see you talk, hear your expertise, they can watch your content. This is proof you know what you're talking about before they even reply. Without a YouTube channel, you're just another cold outreach message. They know nothing about you. Why should they reply to you, right? A YouTube channel with good content means you instantly stand out, right? People are receiving hundreds of DMs nowadays, right? There's more cold outreach out there than ever before. Having a YouTube channel is straight proof and puts you aside from the hundreds of other people that do not have content out there. This is all the ways that you can, some of the ways, or in my opinion, the most important ways that you can use YouTube in all your other methods of outreach, right? Within cold outreach, send personalized videos in follow-ups. Hey, name, so you're struggling with X. I made a video on exactly this. It gives them value whilst keeps you at the top of the mind. They watch, you educate them for free, and they're more likely to convert. Also, when they next come back onto YouTube, now that you've sent them that video, and now that they've watched your content, YouTube is much more likely to push more of your content when they do eventually come back onto the YouTube homepage. In sales calls follow-ups, after the subscriber calls, send relevant YouTube videos based on a call. Here's a video covering topic. Keeps you top of mind again between the calls, and it educates whilst they're in decision-making mode. Can send bottom of funnel case studies as well for prospects that are on the fence. Email sequences, embedded YouTube videos in email nurture sequences. Newsletter subscribers get video content. It builds relationships. There's way more engaging than just sending text-only emails, and you can track who watches what. Segment based on interest. Someone watches client interview, tag as a hot lead, right? And then again, when they eventually come back on YouTube away from your newsletters, because they've watched already some of your content, YouTube is going to start pushing more of your content to them, and you're constantly going to be on top of their mind. The multi-channel amplification effect. YouTube isn't isolated, it amplifies everything else you do. Cold outreach plus YouTube equals high response rates. Paid ads plus YouTube equals lower cost per lead. Social media plus YouTube equals a more engaged audiences. Sales process plus YouTube equals a shorter sales cycle because they're already pre-educated. Every marketing channel you have becomes more effective when backed by YouTube content, which is why YouTube is the best lead generation asset that you can have when it comes to your business. So the long-term plan, which is evergreen content. What makes content evergreen? Solve timeless problems your ICP will always have, not dependent on trends, news, or current events. Evergreen content continues to get views and books calls months or years after posting. This is your passive lead generation machine. How to rank on YouTube is always relevant. Versus YouTube algorithm update January 2026, it expires quickly. Unlike as YouTube keeps delivering, as I mentioned before, and the video is in the description, we had a client who posted a video, and 6 months later, after we uploaded it, it's still getting views because it's a relevant topic. It's an evergreen content, right? Create an evergreen content. Focus on core problems that don't change. Getting clients, improving processes, right? Focus on principles and frameworks, not fleeting tactics. Think, will someone be searching this in 2 years, still find this valuable? And update videos every year. Change title if needed. So for example, if you're doing best cold email strategy from 2025, change the title this year to 2026, right? People are still going to find it, they're still going to be watching, right? This is true scalability. Your time investment compounds, right? So the infinite ROI model, which is YouTube. 1 to 2 hours of time invested to make one video, hundreds of potential returned calls over years, and it's a long-term value, front-loaded effort, infinite returns. Compared this to cold outreach, which is constantly ongoing time, or ad, which is ongoing money, YouTube is front-loaded effort with infinite returns. The more evergreen content you have, the less you need to rely on the hustle tactics. This is how you build a truly scalable lead generation system that works whilst you sleep. And if you are a B2B owner, whether you have started YouTube already or not, then book a call down below and we can have a super quick chat to see if what you do will work on YouTube. And if you already have a channel, we can go over your channel, we can review, we can audit and see where you can go better, start getting better results. And if you want to see how to rank #1 on YouTube even as a brand new channel, then I'd recommend you to click the video on screen now. I'll see you there. Have a good one and bye bye.